Hello Aquarius and welcome to your April 2024 reading. So this month I meditated on your energy, of course, and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. It's addressing a conflict, okay? Conflict can be many things. Maybe you have it in your life between friends and family or whatnot, or it can be inner conflict. When it's in reverse like that, it's maybe solving itself a little bit, but it's still present. There's parts of it maybe unconsciously that are maybe not openly, but are still happening inside or in your in yourself. You see what I mean? Or covertly. And this month, it's going to be a question of understanding the source of it so that you can be free from it, so that you can embark in that new path that is outside of your comfort zone. It's that you're going to be able to build in a completely different manner. But for that, you need to be kind of ready. There's a question of divine timing. So they're talking that the month of April is going to be a brewing, preparing. At the end of the month, you get a certain clarity, very obvious. But this month, it's going to be kind of, okay, I know I have to do this. I'm at the crossroad. How come I cannot make that move right away? I still have that inner conflict. It's going to be about that. Now, the inner conflict, let's call it like that. I have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. So this is when we have this brand new idea, project, something that we can plant and grow and all of that. But there's a part of us what creates the conflict. There's a part of us that doubts that we have what it takes to bring it about. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's the root chakra. It's when we're more in fight or flight than in I have and I will be supported and I have everything that I need in order to plant that pentacle and make it successful, in order to build with that pentacle. I'm not sure. There's an old wound that I'll need to heal in order to be ready, that will put the divine timing into my capacity to actually make it. As I'm standing this month between those two things, because you probably know that if you do things in the same way you've done them before, you cannot bring that pentacle all the way. So it might put you a little bit in your head, but as you're moving forward, kind of facing your ambition and restriction, okay? Because the Devil card is Saturn in Capricorn. So it rules the house of ambition. If it's in the right way, let's call it like that, it will provide you with focus, determination, that kind of mastery over the material world. But if Saturn is not, at the same time, Saturn is kind of an extremist, okay? That's why there's a belt around him. If you have chains like this, then he's going to enhance the chains until you understand and you break the chains. Then it's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is going to be your thing this month, Aquarius. You're going to feel the chains, and the chains are made of this. You're going to feel the chains. As long as you believe these chains, they're going to have power over you. Then it becomes karmic instead of being supported and moving forward. So at the end of the month here, I have a lot of, we're talking about, you're going to look at, because this was on the side, this was all on the side. So I think it all depends on each one of you. What makes you happy? Being content emotionally is going to be a crucial point. Here is your love attraction, Queen of Wands. We're entering, we are in Aries season, so that means that that fire of spring is going to come up. That's why you're probably going to feel the energy going a bit all over the place, because you're at a crossroads. Here's the wands. Here's the fire right now. What do I do? So under that, that's when I get the, I get it. Knight of Sword. And that Knight of Sword is going to be able to release the anxiety, the status quo of moving forward, not being able to move forward, and the cloud of, it could be this, it could be that, I'm not sure, all that emotional projection. You need that certitude, and you're going to get it at the end of the month. But during the month, it's going to be all of that. What is it? What is it? So if you're feeling like that, go back to listen to this and say, okay, it's a period. I just have to determine, really looking at what is that false belief that prevents me from actually not being afraid of stepping out of my comfort zone and building this thing. All right. Let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for April 2024. Okay, Five of Wands. What is that Five of Wands? Ooh, Five of Wands for Aquarius. Okay, so I have the Emperor. What? The Emperor and the Hermit. Wait a minute. And I have the Sun with the Moon. That's interesting. And the Ten of Swords. You come in the month with, maybe that full moon in Libra, fellow air sign here, it brought you to a Ten of Swords. But you need that Ace of Swords, because it's like, oh, I see how I've maybe betrayed myself, my heartaches, my things like that. Sun and Moon, the reveal of what was hidden, the reveal of my unconscious, the parts of my unconscious that needs to be addressed. And here, I don't know if you recognize that it's the same guy. One as an emperor, the other one as the hermit. Because this is the state of being, of bringing things from our masculine, so that means from our left brain, our logical wisdom, rational aspect, to guide ourselves in our sovereignty, to like if you look at this, the Emperor is in that, to bring to the heart chakra, and the Hermit is here to bring to the heart chakra. They both have the same purpose in a way. One does it out of inner guidance, spirituality, and the other one does it out of decision, the capacity of his decision making. So here, this is really what is being focused on here. And Sun and Moon at the same time, it's like, wow, the clarity on what was hidden. And what was hidden was probably here an old insecurity. An old insecurity. And here I have the Two of Wands in reverse. That's why at one point that old insecurity is based on old sadnesses and losses, and here we have unconscious anxiety and worry, which made you not be able to see the how. How am I gonna make it? What's the way I can bring that pentacle forward? What can I create with it? Three of Pentacles. So you start not knowing how, then you feel the crossroad. But let's look at that. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. So we have our Queen of Pentacles on the side here. I think there's stuff we need to release because we're not feeling in the power or in the capacity to manifest it. It's almost like getting stronger, bigger than what we think we're able to do. And that pentacle can be anything. Okay, it can be a project, it can be a value, it can be a promotion, it can be even like a relationship, it can be all sorts of things. But all of our old fears and insecurities come up because, oh my God, is this how am I going to do? What am I going to do with it? Can I do it? Two of Wands. Then you're seeing that maybe there is a way to do it. You're at the crossroad. That's why you're going to be confronted with all of that. How is going to be Saturn serving you? Is it going to be serving you by attracting even more of your fears and things like that? Or is it going to be serving you by releasing the fears and putting you in the Eight of Wands? I'm doing it. I understand and I'm doing it. One thing will lead to another. And even if I don't see the end product right away, as I'm doing it, it's going to take shape. I'm going to get out of my head about it. I will not stop myself trying to figure it all out before I start. Because that's trying to control something that is going to be developed as I go along. If I do not start, then the opening is not available. It's basic like that. So here, let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. So, see, we have our Eight of Swords in reverse, but here, peeking his head is the King of Pentacles. I'll find a solution. You will love it. And here I have the Hangman with it, because I'm going to need to look at this from a different angle here. So during the month you're doing this, there's still a status quo. But as you're processing, you know that you need to be in a content, fulfilled, emotional space for you to work the law of attraction and get that, yes, I see it now, what it is. I understand. I understand what's holding me back, and I can start trusting myself in the process by being in the process. That's the good time to say, you know, like, hold my beer. Hold my beer, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start. Oops, Queen. They want to keep this on. And it's with the Tower, with the Page of Cup in reverse. I'm going to stop thinking. For some of you, it's almost like preventing happiness and fulfillment to be part of your reality and actually going for it. The Tower in reverse and with the Emperor upright, this is when we are actually doing it ourselves. We're bringing down the Tower. We're bringing down our restrictions, our distorted structure from the way we were trying to build something. And here, the Knight of Swords, you're understanding something clearly. And here's your King of Pentacle. Here's the Page of Sword with the King of Sword. And what that knight, with the Knight of Sword, what that Knight of Sword does, that it goes and cuts the chains. It cuts the head of, things that prevent us. And here, it's gonna destroy, or you're gonna understand that if I'm not in action, if I'm just waiting because the pressure of the expectations and what I have to carry is too big, I'm gonna destroy that and allow myself to receive that cup of love for actually starting to manifest and create what would be emotionally fulfilling for me. Basically, that's it. So you're cutting chains. That's what it is this month. Capricorn's breaking a barrier. You're cutting chains. It's just so that it's a re-empowerment, so that that status quo, not knowing what to do with that pentacle, with that idea, it's a breakthrough. I'm going to call it breakthrough. So, all right, Aquarius, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. And if you want a private reading, you look down there. There's, the website and all of that. It's easy. This month, be open to the big transformations, because there's a lot. We have an eclipse, we have solar eclipse, we have all sorts of things that will make the month of April a pivotal month. So tie up, aim for your aspiration, and go for it. So on that, go for it. That's going to be the title. Namaste, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.